Hello, beautiful moms. Welcome to the Mother's Day self-love experience. Today, we are going to awaken your intuition and experience the self-love you have within. My name is Dr. Beata, and this is for moms who may be experiencing a challenging time in your motherhood journey. Maybe you are stressed and overwhelmed and exhausted and sleep deprived, and you feel like you're sacrificing yourself for your little ones and your family. Maybe you have health conditions that you've been challenged with. Maybe your little ones have health conditions, such as colic, eczema, reflux, food allergies, breastfeeding challenges, feeding challenges. Maybe your household as a whole you feel is not cohesive. Maybe you're having a challenging time bonding with your little ones. Maybe you are experiencing postpartum anxiety or depression. This experience is for you. Like I mentioned, my name is Dr. Beata, and I'm a holistic and integrative doctor of physical therapy. And the work that I do is not complete without this side of the emotional energetics. And when we look at a whole person, the holistic, all the parts of a person, this holistic approach, the energy, the love that we carry plays a key and crucial part in our health, the health of our little ones, the health of our family, and where it stems from is ourselves. And when we start to awaken our intuition, we start to feel the self-love within ourselves, we can be the best person, the first version of ourselves, the best person that we can be for our family, the best mom that we can be for our little ones. We can show up differently in our career. We can show up differently in our relationships. We can be healthier, happier, sleep better. These are all things that I want for you. And also the reason why I call this an experience and not just something that you're going to watch. There are things that I want you to participate in, exercises that you can participate in, because then you will feel the difference. You will feel the change and you will feel the transformation from this place of stress, overwhelm, maybe confusion, sacrifice, to a place of calm and confidence and empowerment and peace and love. That is my wish for you, to experience that, not just today, not just on Mother's Day, but every day. And I want to teach you the skills for how you can do that every single day going forwards. Now, I mentioned, who is this for? This is for those moms, like I mentioned, who are experiencing a challenging time in motherhood, and also for those who maybe not experiencing a challenging time in motherhood. Maybe you feel very content with your and happy with your bonds, with your relationships, with your motherhood experience. And that is the beauty of love and energy. It is limitless. It is infinite. So you can grow the love. You can still experience more bliss and happiness. And this is for you as well. Now, what can I expect? So during this experience, there will be a number of different practices that only take a few minutes to do, and you can join us. And I also will be explaining the connection between holistic health and these emotional energetics, and how it applies to ourselves as moms and our little ones. And that's how this is different. When we look at health, many people talk about maybe nutrition or gut health. And there are pieces of the puzzle when we look at this holistic approach that no one else is talking about. These emotional energetics, the mental beliefs, the thoughts, the feelings that we experience day in and day out that create our reality and that we have agency over. Because that is how we transform our experience as moms. That is how we transform our motherhood journey. And that is how we awaken our intuitions, our mama instinct, and how we expand this love that we already have within us. I do want to mention that those who have registered for this experience do get additional resources. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and just click the link in the description or the comments, and you will be able to register for free and get those resources as well. And I want to mention that there is a free bonus for those who stay to the very end. I will be saying a secret keyword, and that is going to be your keyword to get this free bonus. So stay tuned for more information on that. Now I want to just introduce myself quickly. My name is Dr. Beata Hadashim, and I'm a holistic integrative doctor of physical therapy. I help moms, families, and their little ones heal holistically by addressing the root causes so that your family can be healthier, happier, and enjoy your time together without the overwhelm, stress, and confusion. I'm the founder of the Mindful Mom Circle, and I help support moms and little ones and families in all stages of their journey. And I also want to introduce you to my daughter, Claudina. She experienced severe food allergies through my breast milk since she was about 3 weeks old. She had sensory needs. She experienced, really, really intense tantrums. Parenting was a struggle to figure out how to build that bond and relationship. And really, things started changing once we started addressing the root causes and healing. And again, this took a holistic approach, looking at nutrition, gut health, emotional components, energetic components, even spiritual and mental components. And this is what I offer support for families as well. On this experience, we're going to be just touching on one small aspect. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, she is now 4.5 at the time of this recording, and she is happy and healthy and growing and developing. And as I started to embody this self-love as a mom, as I started to heal myself, I saw the healing happen in her. I saw our relationship grow and deepen, and she became healthier as well. And she is now recognizing these emotional energetics herself. And I just experienced it a few days ago. She is able to recognize the various interactions that people have, and she is able to choose which interactions she would like to have, which I'm so proud of her for that moment. It just happened a couple of days ago. So when we think of loving someone or something, I want to jump right in with a powerful exercise. And as a mom, many of us feel this love towards our children. I want you to take a few minutes to think of, what does it mean to you to love someone or something? What are the feelings that come up for you? What are the thoughts? What are the words? What are the pictures, the colors, the sensations that come up to you when you think of loving someone or something? Now, I mentioned in the emails, for those who did sign up and registered, go ahead and grab your journal. This is where we're going to take a moment, a few minutes, and I'm going to do this right with you, to go ahead and jot down the thoughts that come to mind for you. So go ahead and pause the replay now if you need to go and grab your journal or a piece of pen and paper or your notes app on your phone, and just jot down what comes to you. I don't want you to overthink this. I just want you to see whatever pops into your mind. So let's go ahead and get started. And again, I'm going to do this with you for a few minutes. And the question is, what does it mean to you to love someone or something? All right. So I would love to have you put in the comments what came up for you. And this may be different for each of us. Each of us has a different perspective, different experiences in the past, and our experiences in the present may be different as well. So this definition of loving someone or something may be different for us. Now, these are things that came to mind for me. And when I think of love, especially a love towards my daughter, I think of something called unconditional love. And what kind of comes along with this unconditional love is an infinite love that is endless. And to me, it reminds me of the love that I see from God or from your higher power, whatever religion you belong to, or even if you're not religious, you can be spiritual and still believe in a higher power, right? That kind of love, the Creator's love, and also acceptance of this person or pet or whatnot that you may be thinking of. Just acceptance for them how they are, not trying to change them, just accepting them for what it is that they are. Compassion comes to mind, forgiveness, freedom, and grace and respect. So those are the things that came to mind for me. And actually right now, while I was journaling, I also had come up a feeling of being totally comfortable, just this comfort and safety. When we have this unconditional love, we don't have to pretend to be anyone else. We don't have to put on a front. We just are. We are authentic. We are our true selves. We are our higher selves. That's what came up to me right now with journaling, which I thought was a nice little insight there. So I want to ask you now, have you been giving yourself this unconditional love? And I want you to be honest with yourself. And I also want you to know that this may vary day to day and moment to moment. Have you been giving yourself this infinite love, this acceptance of who you are as a person, this compassion, this forgiveness for when we do make mistakes and things happen? Are you giving yourself freedom? Are you giving yourself grace? Are you respecting yourself? Are you acknowledging your needs, your wants, your desires? And I just want you to take a moment and just think of that. Are you really giving yourself this unconditional love? And I can almost bet that the majority of you are going to say, no, I'm not, in one way or another. And that's okay. I want you to know that's okay. I understand how easy it can be to get wrapped up in the day-to-day, how easy it can be to be overwhelmed with all the things that we have to do to lose ourselves. In motherhood, especially, that's something that I felt early on, the sense of losing myself, losing my person, losing all the things that made me for a little while. And I want you to know that there are things that we can do. And part of this experience is getting you to feel that spark, getting you to feel that love again, and then choosing you. Going ahead and choosing you, choosing to prioritize your needs and your wants and your desires. So one of the other things I love to talk about is this mama instinct that we have, our intuition. And we cannot be fully in tune with this intuition if we are not prioritizing ourselves as moms, if we are not present in the moment, if we are not giving ourselves this compassion and taking care of ourselves, if we are not nurturing ourselves, then we sometimes are not in tune with this intuition and instinct that is innate in all of us. And I'm curious if you have ever experienced where this mama instinct comes in handy, right? Where it's really helpful. So I know for myself with my daughter, when we were figuring out her food allergies, my intuition was always spot on. When I took the time to listen to it and really quieted my mind and just listened to my heart and my soul, I had the answers. Those times when I wasn't taking the time to quiet my mind and my soul is when I was missing those answers. They were there, but I wasn't listening. So I'm curious if you have ever experienced that. Have you ever come across that where you're, how often do you find that your mama instinct, your intuition is right? Now we're going to go into another exercise. And this exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to reflect and think of a challenging time on our motherhood journey. And this may be a number of different things. So maybe it was during pregnancy and you were incredibly sick and nauseous and you weren't feeling well. Maybe it was you were in a lot of pain during pregnancy, back pain or hip pain. Maybe it was when your little one was born, maybe the birth was really challenging. Maybe it wasn't what you wanted. Maybe you did end up needing a C-section. Maybe you needed, medical interventions, etc. Maybe it was that your little one did not sleep and you were so sleep deprived and exhausted. Maybe it was breastfeeding challenges. Maybe it was feeding challenges. Maybe it was your little one, again, maybe having an allergic reaction. Maybe it's tantrums. Think of any challenge. Maybe it was a challenge of relationships. Maybe it was a challenge of bonding with your child. Maybe it was a challenge of getting support for family and friends. Maybe it was a challenge with expressing your needs and your wants. And I just want you to think of that experience almost like a picture that you can hold in your hand. So we're not going into the experience, we're just looking at the experience. And typically there is a snapshot that jumps into our mind. So in your mind's eye, I want you to hold that snapshot, that picture of where you were, what you were doing in that challenge, in that moment. Oh, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead a little too fast. Now, with that snapshot in your head, in your mind's eye or in your hand, as if you're holding a photograph, we are going to take a moment to take something I call 3 mindful breaths. Now, these mindful breaths are a way that you can connect to your intuition, and they have huge, huge health implications as well. So let's go ahead, and if you feel comfortable to do so, put one hand on your heart, 2 hands on your heart, 1 hand on your belly, whatever feels best to you. And we're going to breathe in through our nose into the belly. And a nice long exhale. And again, in through the nose. And a nice long exhale. And again, in through the nose. And a nice long exhale. And what that does is it allows us to become centered. Can you feel the shift in energy and presence when we take those few breaths? And what we're going to do now is we're going to ignite that love inside of us. It is already inside of us. We may not be aware of it. We may not be present to it. So we're going to use a combination of skills to light and ignite that love. And what I want you to do is I want you to, again, if you can, if it feels right to you, put your hands on your heart. And I want you to imagine a little light shining inside of your heart. And as we breathe with each breath, that light shines a little brighter and it gets a little bigger. And if you feel called to do so, you can use your hands to now bring that light from your heart in front of you. And with each breath in, you are expanding your hands and then bringing them together on the exhale. And with each inhale, that light is getting brighter and stronger and lighter. And if you are doing this exercise with the hands, feel the light. When you close your eyes, you can feel that energy. You can feel that light, that glowing. You can feel that ball that you have created of light and love. And what we're going to do is now we're going to direct this ball of light and love to that snapshot, that picture that we have either in our mind's eye or in that Polaroid in our hand. And we are going to be our own parent for a moment. And I want you to think of if your own child was in that situation where you were. What would you like to say to them? What would you like to do? Maybe you want to say, I hear you, I see how hard this is. Maybe you just want to acknowledge them. Maybe you want to go and give them a hug. Go ahead and give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug. Maybe you want to say, it's okay that you're going through this hard time. I'm with you. Maybe you want to extend this compassion and this acceptance. Maybe there's forgiveness that you want to give yourself. Maybe there's grace that you want to extend to yourself. Grace that this situation may not be working out the way that you would have liked to or hoped to. What do you want to do for yourself? And the beauty is that we can change our experience in the past by going back and giving this love, this ball of light and love, and extending it to that situation. And each of us may have a different experience. The first few times that I did this exercise on my own, I cried, just tears streaming down my face. Maybe you can start to feel a little bit of a tingling or a vibration in your body. Maybe you can feel your heart swelling or opening. Maybe you can feel this pressure. Maybe you can feel a pressure or maybe a release of pressure in your head. And with that ball of love and light that we have, we can extend that, just not to that particular experience that we were in, that challenging experience. Same thing with each inhale and exhale, we can extend it through our entire motherhood experience. What are the words that are popping into your head? Are you saying, I'm sorry to yourself? Are you saying, I love you? Are you saying, I accept you? I see you. I hear you. Often that's all we really need. in those challenging times. That's what we want. And now this ball of light and love, we can extend it. We can come back to the present moment, and we can have it grow so that visualizing it, it can now encompass our whole home, our entire home and everyone in it. And now that ball of light and love can extend, and now it's going to encompass your entire town or city that you live in. And it's growing now to encompass the entire country that you are in and the entire world. And as that light and love grows, it gets brighter, it gets stronger. And we're now going to take that enormous ball of light and love, and we're going to bring it back into our heart. Take a few breaths. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. What are you feeling? What do you feel? I want to know. Put it in the comments. If you'd like a safe space to share, we have the Mindful Moms community. It is a private community so that you can openly express yourself. And I encourage you to join us there. And the link is below in the bio and in the description in the comments. And I know myself, I feel this lightness. I feel solid in my heart. And I feel this vibration. And the way that I describe it is a vibration of love through my entire body. And I also feel calm. I feel in acceptance. And if you aren't feeling these things, that is okay as well. We're all going to have different experiences. We're all going to have different perspectives. And we're all in different places on our journey. Now, what I want you to know is there are proven health benefits to doing these kinds of exercises, these experiences. So that sense of calm that you may be feeling after those mindful breaths, that is actually your hormones changing. So when we are in a stressed state, in a sympathetic state, nervous system state, we have high cortisol. When we take these breaths for ourselves, and when we experience and feel the love, our cortisol drops, which is a hormone. Our heart rate drops. The rate of breathing slows. We become calmer. We become more peaceful, and this has been proven in research. At the same time, we are now more present. We are present to the actual moment where we are right now. And when we're in this state, it's called the parasympathetic nervous system state. When we're in this state and we're present, we can now connect and build stronger relationships with our children, even if they're just a few days old, or even if they're teenagers and older. And when we practice this love inside ourselves all the time, on a daily basis, when it becomes a part of us, when we embody it, when we own it, when we prioritize these needs and wants and desires of ours, you become a different person. And that is how you transform your motherhood experience. There are still going to be moments of stress and overwhelm. I cannot guarantee that those will go away. And it's what we do in those moments. How do we handle the moment? Are we present? Are we just reacting from old stories? Are we repeating patterns that maybe aren't applicable to the present moment? And then what do we do after? I'll be honest, I still yell at my daughter every here and there. There's going to be times where I'm going to yell, I'm going to snap, I'm going to feel too touched out, I'm going to feel like I need time for myself or whatnot. And how do you connect afterwards? How do you build your relationship? How do you go forwards from that moment so that what you're doing is actually strengthening your relationship for the future? That is what I want to show you, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just, I really wanted you to experience this and to feel it in your body. And this is the cool thing. So this vibration, this tingling sensation that I feel in my body and that you may be feeling as well, that is your intuition and awakening. And I want you to be mindful of maybe when you are out and about talking with other people, maybe you're, in your job or just with other people, or you just see something even online. What makes that tingling sensation happen, right? What creates that vibration in your body? Those are things to pay attention to. Your intuition is communicating with you. It's telling you, hey, this is awakening something inside of you. This is speaking to your soul. Listen to that. Pay attention to that. And I want to tell you a little bit more about our journey. Because as I mentioned, when my daughter was little, we experienced many challenges, figuring out her food allergies. What was I able to eat? What can she eat as she got older? How do I talk to her about these things? How do I build a relationship with a baby at the time that was either breastfeeding or screaming? How do I help her feel the safety and comfort? How do I meet her needs and wants and mine? How do we find that balance? On our journey, I used my healthcare background and integrated these energetic practices, these emotional practices, these mental health practices. And they are now a foundation of every single day. And they have absolutely transformed my motherhood experience. So that now I have a wonderful relationship with my daughter. And she is happy and healthy, and I am happy and healthy. And through this, I created the Mindful Mom Circle. And I wanted to invite you to join us. If this speaks to you, if your intuition, if it is creating tingles in your body, if this is creating vibrations in your body, I want you to think about this, to look into this. The Mindful Mom Circle is a private inner circle. And we go through, there are various levels and options depending on your needs. If you or your little one are experiencing health challenges, then there is a package that includes one-on-one consultations. Something that I stand strongly for are root causes, identifying the root causes behind the signs and symptoms, the health conditions, the health challenges that we have. So with this are included emotional, energetic root causes. There may be physical root causes. There may be mental belief causes. There may be spiritual causes. So we work through that in a systematic way so that you don't feel overwhelmed and you have someone holding your hand and guiding you through the experience. And at the same time, we go through strategies just like these that you can do at any moment. So today we covered the mindful breathing, which is that slow, deep breathing into the belly. And again, if you are registered for the experience, you will get the resource for that mindful breathing. And there are many other strategies when we start looking into the complicated, sometimes dynamics of relationships and being a mom, and what we bring into the motherhood journey and experience from our past, and how our family and friends play a part in that as well. And especially if your little one has these food allergies, has the colic, the eczema, the reflux. Let's get to the root cause of that. And let's heal you as a mom and your little one together. Because when the little one is expressing these things, is showing these things, that is a sign that mom also has some work to do, has something to heal. And this combination approach is where the Mindful Mom Circle is most effective. Now, for those of you who aren't seeing the health challenges and you just want to awaken your intuition more, you want to become more present, you want to feel this love that we just felt on a daily basis, the Mindful Mom Circle has that option as well, with, again, a few one-on-one consultations, but also the community coaching, where we go way in depth so that you learn these strategies, you learn about boundaries, you learn about the self-love, you learn about how to become present, how to, again, those times when you do yell at your kids, what to do after, how to communicate, and how to create this parasympathetic state that you are now experiencing on a regular basis. Because we have agency over our experience. We have agency over the thoughts that we think. We have agency over the feelings that we feel. We have agency over what we let into our reality. And I want to teach you how you as well can transform this motherhood experience from stressful, overwhelmed, to one of empowerment and calm and confidence and happiness and health. Now, like I mentioned, this mind-body connection is crucial. There are biological root causes, there are neurological root causes, the psychoenergetics, and that's where this root cause analysis is something that I work closely with clients through. We look at identifying the problem, defining it, understanding it, and then going through identifying the root causes, corrective action, and monitoring the system, and working through that root cause analysis as many times as we need to address all the possible root causes, because sometimes there are, and often there are more than one. And I'm curious, have you heard about this approach before? Have you heard about this emotional energetics, these psychoenergetics? And how do you, and this root cause analysis, for some of you, this may be new as well. And how do you feel learning about all this information and knowledge? And I know this may be a lot, we're covering a lot and experiencing and feeling a lot in a short period of time. What I want you to know is that this is less than 1%. There is so much more that, especially when you get customized guidance, that is when we can, again, address those specific root causes for you and your little ones, and you get the maximum benefit, and you see the most healing and progress. And, would you be open-minded to hearing more about this incredible offer to join the Mindful Mom Circle with all that it has to offer? And really, the end goal is so that you can feel confident and empowered as a mom. You can build stronger and healthier relationships and have a happier and healthier household by addressing the root causes from a mind, body, and soul perspective. And you can transform your motherhood experience, again, into one of empowerment and peace and confidence. And the root cause analysis applies to all of those possible root causes. And when we look at the information that we're talking about, like I mentioned, we're only touching the tip of the iceberg. And when we make decisions and go forward with, let's say, for example, you see something on a YouTube video, or you read an article, and you just get one little piece of the puzzle. When I'm asking you, when you have seen that or done that, how does it feel to make decisions from that place? How many times have you, maybe not followed through? How many times have you made mistakes because you were missing a piece of the puzzle? You weren't making clear decisions. And that is what this Mindful Mom Circle is really for. It's for the parents, the moms who are ready and committed to taking the next step, who want results faster and better outcomes, who want to identify and address the root causes so that you can really be the mom or the parent that you want to be and improve the health and relationships of your family. You want to avoid the common mistakes. You want to stop the stress, the confusion, and the overwhelm. You want the fast track. And you want to take care of the challenges and the problems that you have right now and turn them into a positive with healing. This is the moms that I'm looking for the Mindful Mom Circle. And I want to give you the whole iceberg. So these are some of the moms that I have worked with and families as well. And when we look through the root causes, there may be different things. There may be more of these figuring out root causes for baby, the food allergies and intolerances. Maybe it is more so mom's experience and the emotions that come up with the challenges that we face in motherhood. Maybe it is addressing the root causes for baby or for the whole household, right? The emotional energetics of the household. So I want you to know that real change is possible and transformation is possible. And I want to hold your hand through the journey. And I want you to think, what would be possible for you if you did have more guidance and more support? If you had someone that you can turn to 24/7 and get answers. And I call this the dragon side of us, that side of us that loses it and yells at our kids sometimes, the side of us that feels like we need to sacrifice ourselves as moms. So once we start integrating these different parts of ourselves and loving all of them, because all parts of us are good. All of our experiences are good. They're there for a reason. They're there for a purpose. We can integrate this into transforming your family and your household experience. And that's the thing. We haven't even gone in depth into the root causes of root causes. We haven't gone into the custom guidance and solutions. We haven't gone into functional nutrition or gut health and healing, how to avoid the common mistakes. We've touched on a couple of these mindfulness strategies and support, these energetic strategies. You've experienced you physically switching your nervous system from a sympathetic state to a parasympathetic nervous state. And you don't have the information to integrate it, to put it together for a holistic approach. So this experience here is very valuable and important, and it's just one piece of the puzzle. So what I am offering for the moms who are ready to take that next step forward, who are ready to transform their family and their household experience and the health of their family, I'm offering a free one-on-one 15-minute guidance call. In this guidance call, we identify the challenges that you're having. We get to connect and get to know each other. And we learn if this holistic approach is beneficial for you. And this is only free for the moms who are listening and paying attention and have stuck through to the end. Now, this key word that I'm going to give you is mindful. So in a moment, I'll show you what it looks like to book the call. The link I'm going to put in the description and the comments as well. And you just need this coupon code to enter so that you can get it for free. So mindful is the keyword. And this guidance call is, again, to help you with your transformation to becoming happy, confident, and calm on your parenting journey and on your motherhood journey, so that you, your children, and family can become happier and healthier. You don't want to be in this sympathetic nervous system state. You want to show up as the best version of yourself. You want to feel good as a mom. You want to prioritize your wants and needs and desires. And you are committed to investing in guidance and support. This special offer for the Mindful Mom Circle, there are bonuses that you get, are only for those who participated in this experience workshop. And I'm also offering guaranteed results. So if you'd like more information and you are ready to take this step forward, go ahead and schedule your guidance call. And again, there are many moms and families that I've worked with, and I want you to know that I want only the best for you. I want to help you get to this place of peace and calm and growth. This is really a personal development journey as a mom. So when you do go ahead and click the link, you are going to be sent to the page where you're going to go ahead and click the pink button. And then you are going to be able to go to the calendar page, the booking page, and the circle, the dates with the blue circle are the dates that I have availability, and then you'll see the time. So you go ahead and click the time, and then there are questions that you're going to answer so that I can get a better idea of what your challenges are, what your needs are, and how I can best help you. And then we discuss together the options. And if I feel that I can help you, if I feel confident that the Mindful Moms Circle is beneficial for you, we will discuss that further and see what package and what options are best fit for you. So that is the end of this experience. I would love to hear your feedback and answer any questions that you may have. And again, I encourage you, if you feel ready to move forward, if you feel ready to get this guidance and support, I encourage you to schedule the guidance call, and we will work together closely. And I look forward to getting to know you and to helping awaken your intuition further. Pay attention now, just be mindful. What creates that vibration in your body? What creates that tingling sensation in your body? When do you get that intuition, your mama instinct waking up? And the other thing I want to mention is that maybe you experience your intuition in different ways. There are many different ways that people experience intuition. So I was just giving one example of how I feel it, and I would love your feedback on how you feel it as well. So as always, I wish you and your little ones all the best, and I look forward to getting to know each other